if Shedeur is there, should the Giants still draft him with that third pick?
Well, hold up.
If he's there.
If he's still there, because I think he might go number 1. He's the best quarterback in the draft. But why not? I don't think there's nothing wrong with learning from a guy like Russ. And Russ ain't getting paid a lot of money where he got to start. Like, you're our starter. Week 1, nah. Maybe he goes there, he learns some training camp, and he learns some stuff from Russ. I've seen a lot of, quarterbacks do that. I'm from the Andy Reid old school, and he's big on, hey, I want my young, franchise quarterbacks to learn from a veteran.
Yeah.
The veteran don't gotta be a $30 million quarterback, nah. But just to learn how do you study, because it's a different game from college to the pros. And I think if he has a guy like Russ who's been through it all, the good, the bad, the ugly, he's been through all of it. He made a lot of money, he's had a lot of success in this league. You tell me Shedeur can't learn from that?
Yeah.
Coming from your dad, teaching you all these things, learning things from Tom Brady, now you learn it from Russ? Yeah. That's a perfect match.
Oh, yeah, good. I mean, that's a great point. But I don't think they should draft him. Like, it has nothing, honestly, I think Shedeur is going to be a good quarterback. 3 is high for me for Shedeur. Just my opinion, that's all I'm saying. It's pretty simple what the Giants are telling us, though. They don't think Shedeur Sanders is ready to be an NFL quarterback. Like, this is what I took from it. My first reaction was they just aren't ready. He just isn't ready right now. Pair that with Josina Anderson's report yesterday that the Browns are trying to move back. It's clear that this class doesn't think anyone other than Cam Ward, and Tennessee Titans own the number 1 pick, is ready right now. Not to say that Shedeur can't be ready, right? And I do think that the Giants are actually doing right in this situation, meaning they signed Russell, they signed Jameis Winston. I think Russ is sort of insurance for Shedeur. One, if the Browns do think Shedeur's ready and they pick him, I could see that. And then the Giants end up with nobody. They got Russ now. Or, like I said, it's pretty simple. The Giants are telling us Shedeur's not ready. And I lean toward more of the back half of it. Yeah, I don't think you go out, you get a future Hall of Fame quarterback paired with Jameis Winston. And look, I said it all along. I don't necessarily agree with the Giants getting Russell and Jameis, because I said yesterday to you asked me a great question. It was like, how can Brian Daboll and Joe Schoen keep their jobs? To me, it was draft a quarterback in the first round and win 7 or 8 games and provide hope for the New York Giants. I don't think if they win, and we've talked about this before, if they win 8 or 9 games with Russell, I think they're still fired and they don't make the playoffs. At least drafting a guy, and I don't think it's Shedeur right here at 3. This is just what they're telling me. I'm reading between the lines here. They still could, but I don't think that gets them anywhere closer to the playoffs.
I don't think they should draft Shedeur, but I don't think they should draft Shedeur because I would rather you draft a quarterback in the future than your quarterback of the future. And what I mean by that is, like, don't draft Shedeur and sit him and have him be your quarterback of the future. Instead, just draft a quarterback in the future. Draft a quarterback down the line. I think the Giants need a playmaker, a wide receiver, and offense, an additional one to Neighbors, and I think they need a cornerback. So you can either draft Travis Hunter, cornerback, and can be a playmaker on offense, or you can trade back, acquire 2 picks, and now you can use those 2 picks to draft a playmaker on offense and a cornerback. Now, you might not want to trade back, but if you don't trade off, then you draft Travis Hunter. Because Travis Hunter can maximize the New York brand. So that's the other thing you got to think about. Travis Hunter can put seats there as a non-quarterback position. Travis Hunter actually fits the depth chart of 2 needs that the Giants have. You need another wide receiver / playmaker on offense, and you need a starting cornerback. Travis Hunter is actually made prototypical to go to the New York Giants. So don't draft a quarterback of the future. Just draft a quarterback in the future and take Travis.
So the only thing about that, and I've gone and wrestled that, because there's Drew Aller, there's Arch Manning next year. There's some other guys. There's a lot of guys. However, we're forgetting that if they don't make the playoffs, Joe Schoen and Brian Daboll will not be there. So how can you say that you can draft the quarterback of the future? How can we say they can draft the quarterback of the future when they won't have a future unless they do have somebody that gives them hope? So that's my only pushback.
So really quick before I say yes, because my answer is they should take him if Travis Hunter's not there. If Travis Hunter's gone, you should take Shedeur. But if Travis Hunter's there, you should take Travis Hunter. But my thing is why are we so sold on fired? Because you got to think that in that this is a serious question. You got to think in that Giants building, when I'm looking at the Cowboys, I'm looking at the Eagles, I'm looking at the Commanders. It's very, very rare with whatever quarterback comes in there, unless it's Patrick Mahomes or Josh Allen, that they're going to the playoffs. So you don't think it's how the season is going to look? that they might be able to keep their job? I'm asking that.
I mean, for me, and this is strictly opinion. Like, and this is coming off what was reported at the end of last year. Are they going to keep Daboll? Are they going to keep Shane?
You won 3 games.
You won 3 games. They're like, what do we do? How do we do it? They're already on the hot seat.
Understand.
And if you go to if you don't go to the playoffs, I think you're fired no matter what. If you go to the playoffs with Russell, maybe there's a little bit, but it's a Band-Aid. Yeah. That's why I think with a quarterback, and I don't necessarily think they should draft at 3. I think the Giants should absolutely draft a quarterback. Yeah. I don't know if it's Shedeur. I don't know if Shedeur's going to be there. Shedeur might fall. I don't know. Shedeur might go 1 overall, according to you know what I mean? Like, we just don't know. We're taking our best guess. That's why I think that if they don't make the playoffs, then they're going to be fired.
I truly think it's how it's looked. If they go out there and Russ plays well and Travis Hunter is over there and they win 9 games and they look like, okay, add a couple pieces, I don't think they're out there, because if that's the case, you should have fired them this year. The Giants, they have holes in the roster. They didn't have a quarterback at the time. You understand what I'm saying? So it's not like we were sitting here like Daboll's going to take that team to the playoffs and they're going to be the second in the East. That's unfair. They should take Shedeur. They should let Shedeur sit behind Russell Wilson and grow. It's one thing about Shedeur, because a lot of people want to go to all the talent and all that type of stuff. For me, it's hard to find dudes that got the it factor. All Shedeur over his career has shown me he has the it factor.
Yes, he does.
It's hard to sit. It's easy to sit up here and say, hey, man, Cam Moore throws it over there better than Shedeur. What's his name? Quinn Ewers throws it better than him over there. Snaps off his wrist and all that. Shedeur has the it factor. Tom Brady had the it factor, and I'm not putting them in the same category, but it's tough to measure that. And I think Shedeur has that, and I think they should take him, let him sit behind Russ, and let him go in that game next year, and you got your franchise.
I agree with everything you said, up to if they take him, have him sit behind Russ. If they take him, he is the day 1 starter. It ain't even close.
Why is that?
Because that's the only way. This is my opinion. That's the only way that Joe Schoen and Brian Daboll keep their job, is to show hope through Shedeur Sanders, if he is drafted at 3, that, hey, it's a 7-8 win team. Okay, we got a plan of attack for Shedeur Sanders. We got a plan of attack for our team. That's the only way you infuse hope into the New York Giants fan base.
I wouldn't want him to sit behind Russ for a couple reasons. Number one, we're in a very, start right now. Would not. If you even think about the rookie quarterbacks last year, they all got in. They all did. Drake May by week 4, week 5. Michael Penix obviously by week 13, 14.
Other than JJ, who was hurt.
Jaden Daniels, he started. Caleb Williams, he started. And then Bo Nix, he started week 1, and then Jaden Daniels. So think about the tension, the drama, the chaos that would be the New York Giants.
No doubt.
Is if week 8, Russell Wilson's 3-5, and now you got to start Shedeur. It's going to be the Justin Fields, Russell Wilson, did you pull him too soon dilemma all over again. If Shedeur was behind a Ryan Tannehill type, not a bona fide guy, not a future Hall of Famer, a guy with not too much clout, I don't care.
But you're going off name, Acho. He's making $10 million.
Yeah. That's why I don't disagree with y'all there. But the dilemma is, we saw this last year with Russ and Fields. I just think we would see the same kind of did he pull him too soon? Did he not?
Well, I don't think it's a bad thing, right? Like even the quarterbacks last year, one quarterback that's played so well, it's only one of them, Jay Daniel. That's it. Because Bo Nix, he went to playoffs. But hold on. He was pretty bad early, though.
Did we not? 4 games.
Whatever it was.
It was the first 4.
So my thing is, if you playing bad as a rookie, I'm sure, what's the difference? You could have learned from your vet, whoever that is. Okay, that's one. The number 2 is Drake May. I ain't sold on him yet. Y'all sold on him already?
Yes. And the Patriots are, because they own all.
I don't care what I'm talking.
They got to be.
Listen, man.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Chase, we played the game. Let's not.
I'm sold on him. Yeah, absolutely.
Why?
Why? For what he's shown. What he's shown. He took a really horrible Patriots team last year and at least made them fun, at least grew in the offense. He's absolutely, in my opinion, a bona fide franchise quarterback right now. I think it was a hit.
You said that earlier?
And they're building around him.
Okay, you see him a franchise guy already?
Not yet.
You see him a franchise guy? So, I don't see it yet either. But you play quarterback, so I'm going to keep that. All I'm saying is, it didn't hurt for him to watch. So even if you feel like that, he did watch. He did watch. So what's wrong with watching?
Nothing.
Tom Brady, I take what Tom Brady says. Playing with him, and even before I even really knew him, and when he speaks, I listen. He said, yo, the problem with the quarterbacks nowadays is there's no room for development. It's like, yo, play right now. And it's like, can I learn the offense? Can I see what's going on? Can I mess up? Can I mess up in practice? Can I watch the starter go out there and mess up or play well and learn from him? What's wrong with developing? Because the best coach in football, in my opinion, is who?
Andy
Reid.
And that's what his philosophy is. So I'm
Very-
going to listen to what Andy
Mahomes
Reid
for
say
you.
and Patrick Mahomes.
Unfortunately, the
It's
Giants and the head coach and the GM, they do not have that.
They're going to get fired anyway, though. If they don't put in with fired
You keep
anyway.
saying your opinion, but you keep coming back to that. You know something that we don't know? Because you keep
What up, YouTube family? Welcome to the facility. Thanks for watching, and you better be sure to hit that subscribe button if you want to get more highlights from the show and all of our exclusive content.